I think it is a tragedy to lose a child. It's a tragedy for anybody to lose a child, especially somebody whose life is cut off at such an early age. And it's even more tragic when you think that it could have been prevented. Because when you say goodbye to your child in the morning, you want to make sure that the child comes back again at night. We have to save at least 5 million lives, which we can do.
More than 1 million people die on the road, and more than 50 million people are injured. Even economic cost is staggering, more than $100 billion only in developing countries.
Road safety is one of these growing problems society has. 90% of the traffic death rate is in the poorest countries in the world. That's where the real suffering and pain is, and it's too easy to just dismiss it out of sight, out of mind.
My child was coming home from school when he was hit by a car. I don't know if my boy will ever recover. We have little hope left.
When children are maimed, when they are killed, whether it's the lack of road safety or the lack of access to clean water, it devastates communities and it perpetuates the cycle of poverty.
If we adopt the approach that every crash is preventable, then that will start making us look for solutions rather than scapegoats. From all of the road assessments that we've done around the world so far, which extend to 70 countries now, 84% of the roads where pedestrians are present have no footpath. You can see there's a huge opportunity for us to just in that one area of pedestrian safety focus on mass action around the world. Let's provide footpaths where pedestrians are.
In Africa, it's children and it's child pedestrians. 93% of children injured on Tanzania's roads, for instance, are child pedestrians, and the situation's absolutely out of control.
Through the support of the Road Safety Fund, we provide road safety education for children in schools. We look at infrastructure, we improve the infrastructure to make sure that children have somewhere to walk, somewhere to cross.
So for this year alone, more than 6 students have been knocked down just outside their school gates. So our program have identified this problem, and after being done with assessments, we go ahead and implement the light infrastructure measures, which have proven to be very effective. This money coming from Road Safety Funds, we have managed to save a number of lives.
The Road Safety Fund has been a huge help to NGOs that are implementing worldwide, and what they do is they look for programs that are measurable, scalable, and have an impact on people's lives. So anyone who wants to help can give with confidence to the Road Safety Fund that has a board of professionals vetting road safety programs and giving to programs that can really make a difference in people's lives.
The really great thing about the Road Safety Fund is that it allows companies like Johnson & Johnson and various other organizations to really channel the funds that we give and that we donate to initiatives that match the social responsibility initiatives of companies like Johnson & Johnson.
The Road Safety Fund is a brilliant way to help us directly here in our work and support and save children's lives. So the children here have received helmets. This is a fairly poor school. The family income is about $100. So obviously making an investment for them of $30 if they have 3 kids to buy 3 helmets is almost impossible. So we're very happy that with the funding and the help from the corporate sector, the Road Safety Fund actually helps us to save these children's lives.
We know that we can make a difference. I mean, we know that. One of the things that I think we've all become more sensitive to is the role of policy. The nice thing about policy is that it winds up being relatively inexpensive. The Global Road Safety Fund is an incredibly valuable tool to make sure that in wherever that policy was implemented, it continues, it gets sustained, but then can we start spreading it to others as well?
This UN decade of action for road safety is for everybody. Therefore, we need to have a concerted effort. If we lead by example, we can save millions or millions of lives.
The decade has taken a fantastic start. We had launches all over the world, and we have this global plan, which has 5 pillars. We are going to focus on road safety management, on the infrastructure, on the vehicles, on how people behave on the road, and then improving the care after crashes. And then we'll have specific focuses throughout the decade on specific issues. One of them is pedestrians, the first one actually, because we know from the data that pedestrians are a big proportion of those getting killed on the roads, and they are not receiving enough attention.
The issue of road safety is something for every multinational company to think about. With the Road Safety Fund, with the Decade of Action, we truly believe that we can make a difference in actually coming up with programs which are really bringing this idea to life.
This is something that affects everybody. Every individual, all the corporations have to do their part to participate and help us launch the Road Safety Fund. Be affirmative, be aware, and disseminate the message out there. Be active in this, to partake into this. How can you not participate? How can you not participate in something that's going to keep not just you yourself safe, your children, people that works for you. You are a father, a mother, and so you are responsible. And if you are in the privileged position, particularly if you are a big organization, a big company, this is only a small part of what you can do.
I know how important to companies health and safety is, and I know that they are very conscious of those of their employees who are vulnerable on the roads, and I hope that this fund will bring in the corporate sector, the private sector, very much the philanthropic sector, into a mission that is designed to save lives. I believe one of the most important missions of the 21st century.